Well, hey there everybody, Kay here on my homestead. Welcome back to my channel. I just looked at the time and it was, let's see, 3 something, and it said the rain is coming at 4 something, at 4. It's going to be 50 to 60%. Well, I have got to get down some cover crop seeds, so I thought this is a perfect opportunity to answer your questions about what kind of cover crop seed I am putting down this year. More accurately, so far Randy has put it all down, but I'm going to put a little down myself now. Rather than having a patchwork quilt like I did last year, the first year I did all crimson clover. It was so gorgeous, but I really didn't get to see the red clover except for not even quite a month before it had to all be cut down to start planting. So I was hoping to get all the cover crop down before now, but my garden isn't finished. So the sections that have been finished, I decided rather than putting one here in that section, one here in that section, one here in that section, or the same thing all over, I wanted to do a mixture. A mixture. And so the other day I gave all the packages to Randy, and he went down and he sowed it very heavily and he used all the seeds, so I had to make another order. And this time I am going to mix them all together, and then I'm just going to use a little bit of mix it in a container, and then I'm going to just use a little bit when I get down there. So I wanted to tell you what I've got here. I've got buckwheat. I grew buckwheat in my tiny LA garden, and I grew it under a tree. It was just beautiful. I got 2 buckwheats, 2 pounds of buckwheat, and then I've got, now I saw this up in the Amish community where I went up to see about my leg and to get some tinctures, and I don't know if I told this story. I may have, but I went to see this iridologist, and if you know what that is, it's a person who studies the iris of the eye. And did you know that your iris is like a roadmap for your health? And you can see problem areas in certain organs, in certain areas of your body, your circulation, all in the iris of the eye. And now, if I hadn't had this done 23 years ago in LA, I probably might have said, nah, but no, I know it's true. So I went back and I saw this man for the first time, and I was talking about my broken kneecap, because this was the week after I broke my kneecap. And we were talking about comfrey, and I said I didn't have that much. And so he said, if I use the roots, it'll be like one batch and it'll be gone and that'll be it. Can I, because if you use the root, it's finished. So he said, well, just go up to my brother's and have him, he's got lots of comfrey, just get him to give you some. And I said, are you suggesting that I just show up, because they don't have phones, I just show up at this man's house and tell him that you said I should come up there and get him to dig me up some comfrey? He said, yeah. So I said, okay. And so we did. We went up there, and Gina was with me, and he dug me up. Well, I got them relocated down to that. Well, I didn't do it. Gina did. She, because I brought them back. I brought the whole plant and root back, and she did, and she put them in water, and I thought, oh, they're going to sit in that water till they languish and die, with the way my leg was. So she said, let me just put them in this cleared area of this raised bed, and they'll take root, and they have. So I can show them to you. At any rate, had a great conversation with this man, and I said, what are you growing there? It looked like corn. And he said, Piper Sudan grass. And I said, oh, and then he had buckwheat growing at the base of it. Now they were already doing this a month ago, 5-6 weeks ago. It was like this tall. So I'm way behind, but you know, buckwheat jumps up pretty fast, so I'm kind of hoping I've got something before frost. I don't know. At any rate, I'll have it in the spring. Piper Sudan grass is like a corn plant. It's a grass, almost like a sorghum, and it gets so tall, and then you just cut it down and use it as mulch. And then I have this radish. It's groundhog daikon or daikon radish, and it's good for breaking up the soil, you know, especially when you have hard clay soils. And boy do I. Crimson clover and lacy phacelia. I'm not sure I'm saying that right. Phacelia. Phacelia. Anyway, it was so beautiful last year, and we did it. We didn't do a pound, but we did probably half a pound. And I seriously only had that one corner, but do you remember how gorgeous those flowers were? Very quickly, I'm going to rip these open, tear this open. I've got just a few minutes to get on the four-wheeler, get down there, and I really need to harvest some more of the wild goose peas because they're completely dry, and I wanted to get them off of the trellis before it rained. This is really cool. Look at this Sudan grass. This is the radish, which looks like any other radish seed. And oh, there it is. Now this is what the birds love. They love to get these triangular pockets between their beak. One time I planted in my LA garden, and there wasn't one plant that came up. There are a lot of birds. You know what? I don't even think I'm going to use the cedar because the seeds are so many different shapes and sizes that I would have to set it really open and then the smaller seed would just flow through. So I'm going to hand spread this. All right, let's head down there. Let's go pick some peas.
Hello, Liza, how do you do? I'm writing you a letter, I hope it reaches you. I know it's been a long time since you heard from me. I'm still kicking around here in Tennessee. I heard you got a new place, I heard you got a new job, I heard you got a haircut, and it looks real nice. Are you ever lonely? Do you ever think of me? I heard you got a new man, I hope it treats you right. And before you toss this letter away, there's something that I've got to say. An aeroplane shooting across the sky can surely take your body to a new place for a while. But some things stay no matter where you go. Do you still love me, Liza, babe? Please tell me yes or no. Turns ugly, we turn inside, try to find a good thing we can stand behind. All my friends tell me she's the one that got away, but you never left me like a ghost you stay. There's nothing else worth thinking of when you find the one you love. An aeroplane shooting across the sky can surely take your body to a new place for a while. But some things stay no matter where you go. Do you still love me, Liza, babe? Please tell me yes or no.
Did you find the snake? Okay, see, these are these. There's a lot of them on here, and I'm gonna take them off and replant next year. Let them dry. And a few yellow, but I only had one plant, and I've already eaten a few off of it, but not much there. Well, I just wanted to point out that before I left, after I put the seed together, came over here to get, I opened the garage door. It's a big brim, I forget. I opened the garage door, and and there was this snake crawling right out of, it was right beside this big humongous crack in the concrete, which goes all the way down to, you know, terra firma. Since it's got the coral stripes, I know that you're supposed to say if the yellow is against the red, it's something, and if the red is against the yellow, it's something. One of them is poisonous, and I don't know which. So I turned around to find a hoe, and I turned around, and that thing is gone. It was heading that way, not back in here. But it was just gone. There's no way it could have gotten off either side of the driveway. So it had to have gone down the crack. So I went to get the hose just to give it a little encouragement to flush it out. Didn't work. So I have a snake on the loose, and I'm just, let's see. Let's go ahead and check. Ah, thank you. So my neighbor said, who was an animal control officer in this county for a long time, said not poisonous. King snake. Oh, fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, good to know. We're all good. I don't want to leave you hanging. All right, have a great night, and I'll see you soon. Oh, I've got company coming tomorrow, so you'll be hearing about that. Okay, the other thing is this harvest, and I had a bunch of these, and I've never seen a pepper like this that wasn't a super hot pepper. These look like ghost peppers of some kind. I have not eaten one, but I actually have 2 plants, and they're very productive. This pepper is even more productive, and I think it's only mildly hot. It's very similar to my orange Thai in looks, but it grows very differently. And this, I'm not sure what that is, but I'm sure it's hot. You know, and then I have the serranos. It looks a lot the same, but they're not the same. And all of these are the cow peas. So that's pretty much the last of the cow peas. And these are the sweet chocolate. And oh, and I collected some seeds from that that flower, that blue flower. It's called blue something. Okay. Yeah. Alright. Good haul for October the 5th. What do you think? Did you find that snake? You looking for it? Well, leave it alone, okay? You gotta learn between your poisonous and your non-poisonous. She's very jumpy. She must have seen it. You're a little jumpy. You're a little jumpy. Yeah. Alright, let's go get dinner.